everyone. I hope you're all doing well. Today we're playing World of Horror for the PlayStation 4. This is also available for the Nintendo Switch as well as the PC. So basically, this is a digital novel with light RPG elements. Obviously, it's based in the horror genre. It very much emulates Japanese horror manga, which I absolutely adore from the few manga that I read that were in the horror genre. So here you can randomize the color palette. As you can clearly see, it's trying to emulate an older computer game, and I think it does that quite well. With the black and white color scheme, it very much reminds me of some of the games that were on the Macintosh at school, the black and white ones that were kind of tall and standalone. There weren't any separate pieces. I'm not that familiar with them. Like here where I live, like all our schools had Macs. I didn't know much about Macs beyond using them at school back in the day when I was a kid. So here you can pick like the tutorial, you can pick the main campaign and quick play. Basically the main campaign is in a large town and there's several cases. The tutorial is basically the easiest case, and quick play is just a random case randomized. Every time you play a case, it's going to be slightly different. There's going to be random events, so every time you play a case, it'll be like a new case. I mean, some events of course will be similar, but you'll come across things that you didn't come across the time before, or the order of events will be different. There's a lot of variables. So even if you've seen everything in this game, there's replayability. And if you're a completionist, there's actually like a journal that'll keep track of everything that you have seen, so you'll know whether you've seen everything or not. But of course you can't control the sequence of events. I very much love this art style. Being a pen and ink artist myself, it's very close to my heart. Also, it's nice how they have like the subtle wavy animations. It adds a lot of character. Also think this black and white, it almost looks like a stipple like kind of style where it's like a bunch of dots, and to make it darker they put the dots closer together, but it works really well, and it's very close to the way like mangas are printed, so it definitely looks like comic panels. So basically you have like an inventory. You can continue to explore the school. I haven't played the other cases yet, so I'm only familiar with this one, but I imagine if you play the other ones, it'll be whatever that location is. And then you have whatever the main mission is, and then, like I said, your inventory. It looks like he has way more stuff than his inventory actually lists. Kind of confused me at first, so I was trying to click on stuff. I like how they actually have drawings of the actual item, and it's very stylized with the spiral in the background. I wish I had that knife. That would have been helpful. And it looks like he has a Shankara stone on the side of the briefcase. Indiana Jones and a Temple of Doom reference I forced in this. I don't know why. So you see the journal, and there's a picture of the sigil right there. And the notes will sometimes alter and be different, as well as the solutions to the puzzles. So even if you think you know what the solution is, double check your stuff. Again, I'm trying to click and trying to figure out if anything's interactive, with little luck. I didn't realize I equipped the straight razor because there's a little tiny window above my character. Now I see it as I pointed to it. So this is us traveling, which is kind of nerve-wracking because you never know what the next event is, and this is where it's kind of randomized. And And you saw, like, I could have had a potential another option if I had the correct amount of stats to do whatever he's going to do with those stats. I have no idea what the character would have done. They chose the other option. I think if you played the full campaign, you could figure out other stuff and maybe go back to this. Again, this everything I'm commentating on is just based on what I'm showing you. Also, this is, even though I wouldn't really want to spoil it, the artwork's so good. I don't want to show too much of this game. Like, I don't want to watch other people play this game but so much. Because part of the creepiness and everything is just seeing how grotesque some of these creatures are. I absolutely love it. So now we have like a basic RPG fight. It's kind of weird because I'm used to playing turn-based RPGs, and I guess this is kind of turn-based, but the attack of the enemy is almost instant, so I don't always realize I'm being attacked unless I read this list on the bottom. It kind of throws me off. I'm a little bit dyslexic, so seeing that all in a row like that kind of throws me off, but you only really need to pay attention to like the bold font at the very bottom. That's the last action that happened. I think it's just trying to keep that old school aesthetic. Trying to make sure I drew everything right with the graphic style and all the extra designs on that sigil. It's kind of hard to tell what's going on there. If you look though, when you get the right design, the character's like, that should be correct now. That's a little feature I did not realize until the second part of the playthrough. Also, these options to redraw it, like I did a test run before I actually recorded the video, so this is like technically like my second time playing it, like 15 minutes after my first time. But anyway, I didn't notice initially there was options to redraw it and stuff like that. I think part of this game's design and why they don't explicitly tell you everything is they want you to explore. But since the game's so creative and cool, like with its graphic style and the art style and everything, I don't mind. And usually I get annoyed with these types of games. Maybe it's the genre, I don't know. Also, the stories aren't terribly long. Like, I believe you can finish the campaign within an hour, but at the same time, you haven't seen everything. Like, I was reading to see everything, like it would be like 40 hours to like do every event that you can in the game, but even then, the events are random, so unless you know the game really well, I think that the events are random no matter what you do. So like I said, there's replay value there even if you've seen everything. And honestly, if I knew everything that was going to happen, I would want to see it again. Her banging on the window with just those generic sound effects, it's still really effective. It still feels genuinely creepy, and I admire that because everything is so primitive in this game, but it works so well. And I think it has a lot to do with the storytelling, the way it's written, and just the straight up art style. I keep getting vibes from Scissorman from the Clock Tower series. I'm just staring at this creature trying to even make out what the hell it is. I have no idea. The only thing I can make out are scissors. I'm also questioning why that person had an autopsy like report like over his portrait, but that's a question for another day, I guess. So I died here. I'm gonna cut out everything after the palette selection just so you have a good idea of what the second playthrough is without it being incredibly long. So we're back in the classroom. We're gonna go through our inventory once more. Got the razor, gonna equip it. Now as you can see, the design's different, so make sure you check everything. I thought I was clever by circling it with the analog stick for you viewers. I probably wasn't being very clever though. There's a Shankara stone. So once again, we're on our little journey. I seem to come across that little anatomy statue a lot. I don't know why. It's funny, when I did the first playthrough, when I was trying to see if this game will work or how it played, so I had some sort of idea what it'd be like when I recorded it, I was coming across that dude that you come across way more often than anything else, and here I don't seem to come across him that much. Matter of fact, this was the first time I saw this enemy, so this is an event I newly discovered. They emulate that manga art style so well. I love it so much. And it's crazy to me. I don't think I've ever seen a Western developer pull this style off this well. Crazy to think it'd be in some random ass indie game that I saw like the best Western manga artwork. In my opinion, anyway. I'm sure it exists. Like, I've seen a lot of cool stuff on Instagram, to be honest. Maybe it's just the commercialized ones that typically suck, or doesn't do what I would consider a good enough job. I don't want to say it sucked because people worked hard on it. The interaction with the substitute teacher went rather smoothly, but I remember helping her one time and I don't believe it went smoothly. It was the very first time I played the game, but maybe I'm remembering it wrong, but it did happen today. I don't think my memory's that bad off despite my age. I was so nervous this time because I was tired of getting killed. Again, that tapping, it's unnerving. I love it. Still don't know what the hell it is. I noticed I don't know if I had these before because I wasn't even looking during this video, but I noticed I had specific options to use my weapons this time and I wasn't doing it before. So I just went to town stabbing the shit out of this monster and hoped for the best. I don't know whether my sigil helped in any of this. But it's over for now. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I'm sorry the commentary is a little bit all over the place. I've been kind of a nervous wreck today. I also haven't been doing commentary for a long time. It's crazy to think for 10 years, every one of my videos almost had commentary in them. And then the last 3 years or so, like, my mental health wasn't at its best. I kind of took a break from my channel. I've posted videos here and there, but honestly, it wasn't that many, and my channel was dying from it. So the last year or so I started posting again, and now I'm not used to doing commentary because when I started posting again I didn't feel like talking in my videos, and now I want to talk. So it's been a transition, but hopefully it'll get better with time. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're all doing well, and I recommend playing this game if it looks cool to you. Take care. Bye.
Thanks for watching!